Hi guys, so this is GitHub. In the previous video we just looked at Git as an introduction to Git, but this is the GitHub website where we store Git repositories, files and folders on the internet. So you're going to be using GitHub a lot. So you type github.com and it takes you here, and then you can create an account to sign up. I already have an account, so I'll use sign in. So username, email, password. So the username is basically what you would be remembered for, so like a nickname. So what you want people to see you as and Git, right? So when you're sharing your GitHub account, people would see your nickname. So make sure it's not a weird name, make it interesting. And so username, email, password. Mine is Buzz Edison. So once you've created an account, I already have an account, so I won't go through this process. I'm going back to Chrome so I can show you what it looks like. This is what it will look like when you already created an account. So every time you want to create a new project, you create a new repository or a new folder. All right, so you can start a project here, or you can just create a new repository. You can also come here and create a repository. So new repository where you have the plus sign. But I normally just come here, right, to create a new repository. To do that, you just click new repository to create a new repository. Now this is my nickname, right, or my username. So it's Buzz Edison. So it would be your nickname and then the folder, right? So I'll call this what should I call this? Discord. Let's call this Discord, right? And if you have a name like that that was already created, it wouldn't be available, but this is available, right? So I'm just going to create that. I'll leave everything else. So this is public or private. Now public means anyone on the internet can see this repository, and you choose who can commit, right? We'll explain commit in a bit. But private means you choose who can see and come into this repository. So not anyone can see this. It's basically, I normally use private when I'm working on company's website and they don't want it open source, their source code. They want it to be private. I normally just use private, right? But you can also use public for everyone to see it. So for the sake of this course, of course, I'll use a public repository. And most times if you're working on projects where you're still trying to show off what you know, you probably just use public, all right? And we'll go back to all of this later, but for now that's it, and you create a repository. But the folder would stay on the internet. It would not be in the web. It won't be offline for now. It won't be on your desktop, on your local device. The folder, this is a folder, but this folder is going to be sitting on GitHub. All right, so that's basically signing up to Git and creating a repository. In the next video we're going to look at installing Git itself. Because right now you have GitHub, you don't have Git sitting on your computer, right? So like we said, to use a piece of software like Microsoft Word, you need Microsoft Word to type. You need Visual Studio Code to type codes for the website, for the internet, right? You also need Git to be able to write Git command. So to be able to say things like Git init, all right? So when you have Git installed, you can call Git, right? So we need to install Git on your computer. So in the next video we're going to look at how we install Git on your computer. So I'll see you in the next video.